Welcome into the Command Center podcast. I'm Logan Paulson here with Santana Moss and Fred Smoot, and we were having an interesting conversation right before the show started. Toughest running back you ever had to tackle, Fred?
Yes. Adrian Peterson, a monster, had a gallop to him. I always got to say Brandon Jacobs was so a big monster to bring down.
I wonder if anybody remembers who that is. Like, still, I mean, sure the old heads do, but like the young, like
you gotta. His son is like the biggest eighth grader of all time, man.
These young kids don't know nobody about. They don't know nothing about Brandon Jacobs, but he was.
Dude, he was 265,
no,
right?
280. He ballooned to 300 in the winter.
But I'm saying, like, he was
the guy with all the rings before the guy with the rings. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, most definitely.
Who I'm
What do
talking
you mean?
about? Thanos.
Because he was making us disappear.
Bro, that dude was hurting people, man.
No, he was. And I'm going to tell you another one. Jerome Bettis.
Oh,
well, but you told me this
because his body was so bad.
Could you imagine someone saying that
because
about you?
most athletes, they put together tight waist, just built, and Jerome just walking that thing like he just left McDonald's. and because he was built so bad, he was built like Jason, our producer, and he was built so bad.
Dude, why is Jason catching that straight right now?
So it was nowhere to grab him. Like you couldn't grab his waistline because he had no waistline. You couldn't grab his leg. Like it was just nothing there. One play, he ran me over. I started rolling on the ground. He picked me up and ran me over again.
No.
It was terrible.
Hey, but Jerome, he looks good now. Like he's
fit.
And you know, running backs go one way or the other.
Yeah,
Either running backs get real fat,
or
they get real trim.
Dude, because I went to college with Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah, he was bound to get.
So Maurice Jones-Drew.
No, I would never see him that. I didn't think it'd be this big.
No, so let me tell you this. So Maurice Jones-Drew in college weighed 205, and he's like 5'6".
Yeah.
But I'm talking, this dude looks like a bodybuilder. Like he takes his shirt off, got abs. He had to get special pants to fit his thighs.
Yeah.
And so he went to Jacksonville his rookie year.
Yeah.
Comes back, this dude's 215 and even more like rocked up. So I'm like Maurice, like, what were you doing? He's like, I just went to McDonald's like every day, three squares, and I was like, some people just got the genetics for it. You know what I'm saying?
With a check.
But right now he's 300.
Did you ever have to tackle him, Maurice Jones-Drew?
Yes, I had. You know what? Maurice got mad at me because we played him in the preseason, Tanner, and you know we get our quarter in.
Played him our last game of the preseason.
So he comes out and they toss him a ball, and I cut him. Lawnmower low to the ground. So he gets up, man, what you doing? It's the preseason, dude. It's only one way to keep your job. That's for me to do my job. So we got into it that whole year. Then we end up running to in the offseason. I'm like, man, I apologize. I ain't mean that.
I think we played him that year too in the regular season.
Yeah, but I heard him. He didn't play the first couple of games of that season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because you got his thigh or something?
Yeah, no, I got him right on the side of the knee. I apologize,
Yeah, I'm
Maurice.
sure he was pretty upset about that. And then did you ever like tackle like Mike Allstott or anybody like that?
Oh, yes. Mike Allstott did my homeboy Sean Springs so bad. Like, Mike Allstott ran Sean over so bad he knocked him to 1973. He ran him over so bad, I was like, please get up.
No, really? It was one of those?
Listen, it was one of those. Like, it's on Mike Stock. I mean, Allstott's like highlight film.
Yeah.
Because Sean went into the hole. They ran like a power bomb.
But it was so slow too.
It was so slow.
Like,
oh!
You remember it?
Yeah.
I remember it vividly.
Because I'm on the other side like, no! Watch out!
I was like, if you going in that hole, you better be your feet better be off the ground, and you going in with a arm club or a shoulder. And he went in that thing and lowered one knee and tried to catch that. Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
Listen, it was running back. That was the generation of running backs.
Yeah, just
like a Fred Taylor. Don't get that much love as most people.
No, he's a baller.
Just hard to hit. Then you'll come up and I got to play Tiki, and then I had to play Emmitt Smith. Then
Gosh, you did have to play some dudes.
Yeah, I do believe me and Tanner's generation, we maybe made it into the golden age of the NFL because I got to play against the best wide receiver to ever do it in Jerry Rice, and then I'm also got to play with the new school guys with the Calvin Johnsons of the world and all this. So I think it's a golden age. Think about it. I played against the best wide receiver of all
Are you
time.
watching the Jason's laughing over there because he's watching people get run
Jerry
over.
Rice, the best receiver of all time. I played against Tom Brady, the best quarterback of all time. Barry Sanders, the best running back of all time. So, hey, Gronk, the best tight end of all time.
Then you got Calvin Johnson.
Yes.
It's so clean.
It was like, why would you? Why did you come in there?
But first of all, he need to keep going. Like he need to keep going into the hole.
But it's like sometimes you'll see one of those hits where it's just like the running back doesn't even break stride.
Yes.
God.
And you're just like, what was the defensive player doing right there?
Just trying to leave
Like,
the play
to even go with that side of your body. You see that knee went down?
Yeah.
See how perfectly I described that? Like,
Yes.
I knew what I was talking about.
Yes.
So where'd you find this, Jason? You just Googled Sean Springs getting smoked or what?
Yeah, Mike Allstott's Sean Springs. It's the first one that comes up.
It comes out.
So yeah, Jake, should check that out.
Hey,
Lord have mercy.
listen, man.
Was this our playoff game? We played them in the playoffs.
No, that was the first game before.
First game played them before that. Okay, yeah.
But it was so many backs.
And even just listening to you talk about the receivers and yeah, man, you played against Larry Allen too.
played
said,
against
right?
Larry Allen.
You played against the top 3 receivers though. You played top 4, 5. Because you played against Jerry.
Yep.
You played against Randy. You played
T.O.
against T.O. You played against Marvin Harrison.
All
you
of
played
them.
against mostly all the guys.
Did you get
who consider
Megatron
me-
too?
I
played
got
against
Megatron.
Bruce.
I got Isaac Bruce. I got
Damn.
Torrey Holt.
You played against mostly all
played
the
against
guys.
everybody you could possibly play against in a generation.
Pass it to Fred.
I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
I was just like, come on, Jason, don't drop it.
So and we gotta keep this short, but we talked about running backs.
Yeah.
Tanner, was there a DB or a linebacker that gave you some smoke that you were like, ooh, I don't like that?
Or like hard hit?
Yeah, hard hitting.
One Brian Dawkins.
No, so Brian Dawkins, I'm so fast, bro. Like
I know,
barely
you were
got
so
hit by him.
fast.
Like
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
like, I'm not saying it just to say it. Like when he did hit me,
Yeah.
he got up and said this little thing. I'm like, okay, like that's what they be talking about. Brian Dawkins bring it. But the only person I got hit by like that could have like honestly took me out was 2 people, Cam Chancellor and Ray Lewis. And when Ray hit me, he was mad that I ain't go down. Cam, I did the damn scorpion.
Oh, did you?
Like I was.
Wait, like all the way back.
like I went back.
What
and my
game
feet,
was this?
That was the first game back after my broke hand in 2011.
2011 when we went out to Seattle?
Remember when I was going to be fighting Sherman that
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
Going back and forth?
Yeah.
Remember when the ball, I ran the corner route.
Uh-huh.
I forgot the concept. I was in the slot. I ran the corner, and the ball was thrown. And I turned, and it was behind me.
Oh.
And I just see Cam Chancellor face mask implanted into my face. And like it made me mad because I'm like, here I am trying to reach back for a ball.
Yeah.
When normally I usually just stop and move out of the way.
Like, yeah.
And I was trying to, I'm just getting this is the first game back. So my body, my
ain't
equilibrium,
even- you ain't-
everything
yeah.
is kind of off. I'm like, man, I'm just out here. I'm
Yeah.
probably a couple of pounds heavier too, because I was already heavy then,
Yeah.
and then I set out for 4 weeks. Bro, when I tell you, I heard the scorpion. The people, I saw it on America's Funniest Video, and then people be skateboarding and they
Yeah.
fall. And
Yeah, that's how you felt.
I went back. First
I
get hit in the
can't
head.
even imagine that.
First I get hit in
can't
the head,
imagine
so
that.
I instantly get ding.
Yeah.
And
You
as
got
I'm
the
going
ring?
back, I'm like, okay,
Am I dying?
will my head ever hit the ground? And then my feet touch first. Then my head, I'm like, boom, boom. I'm like, oh Lord, how did I do? And I get up, and Cam just sitting there, yeah.
Dude, he was so
Take
big.
that. And I'm like, the first thing I said, boy, that wasn't nothing. Yeah. And all I hear was ding.
You're like, I gotta go to the sideline.
I'm in the huddle and everybody talking to me. I'm like, boy, shut your big ass up. I'm like, ding. I'm like, boy, I don't know if I'm gonna tap out right now or I'm gonna keep playing. I kept playing, but boy, look here.
I understand. What about you? Who fed you good hot lettuce?
So I've been hit by Cam Chancellor, got hit by Ray Lewis, and I'm like a big guy, so like it hurt, but it wasn't like nothing crazy. The hardest one was I told you I dented my face mask on a block. I told you that story.
Well, you started to tell me that story.
So I was blocking this guy named Waddle, and his whole technique was like, I'm gonna jump up with 2 feet and then like take the top of my head and jump into your face. Like
Eric Waddle?
Eric Waddle, yeah, is that his name?
Yeah, the safety?
No, it's not Eric Waddle. Walden is his name. Eric Walden.
Oh, I know you're talking about
Walden.
big linebacker.
Yeah, and so I remember coming out of the game and you get used to your face mask, right? And I had a big old face mask. Remember that, Tanner?
No,
and so it was hard to dent that sucker. And I was like, why is this like? And I thought it was grass. And he basically just from setting edges, he dented my face mask. I came out the game and I had to change my face mask out.
You ain't break your nose that time because you broke your nose like 90 times.
No, but that was the game I almost got in a fight with him. Like it was, I went to toe to toe with that guy.
Yeah, he actually pushed your button, man.
Yeah.
You ain't like that.
Yeah,
then in my face, man, you finna keep punking me around.
No, because this is a funny story. When you dent a face mask, it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so he's got to bring it, and I got to bring it,
Yeah.
and I've done it twice in my career. And so you really got to make sure your mouthpiece is in, and probably lost a couple brain cells doing that. But
no catch where you going for a catch and somebody just take the life out of you.
Carolina, I got smoked. So like Robert Griffin, when we were playing Carolina after the bye, right before the bye in 2012.
I'm talking about 12. Yeah,
12.
his first year.
Went across the middle. I don't even know who this dude was, and he put me out there, like the bender on a seam. He put me out, bro. Like it was like I knew I was gonna get smoked because I was fully extended.
Yeah.
And he came and right in my stomach, his helmet. Well, boom. Like, that one where like all the wind is out of you. I remember he hit me so hard I caught it and I was on the ground and I was like, I couldn't talk, but I was just like, I'm down. I was just like, I'm down.
Send the man.
And I got up and I walked off, but I couldn't breathe. I had no air in my lungs because he, like Robert would do.
The only other time I had to bring this up because I'm one of those guys. I care less, man. You quote me. Bro. It's funny to me because it was funny then too. Because I'm like, out of all games, it's going to happen. So I'm in a Pro Bowl, bro. Only Pro Bowl I've ever been in.
No.
I'm on punt return. You know better. But guess what? In the Pro Bowl, you like, boy, if I get one, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm out.
I done hit the outside. And all I see, I got a big dog. I got a big dude blocking. So I'm like, oh, man, I'm finna go. And I took that, like, you know how like when you say, all right, I don't care about their angles because no one can catch me where I'm finna go at right now. And I went to just do this, like I'm finna pass my lineman. I'm finna just go ahead and run around him. I did this, and when I got ready to like take that next step, it was like a dart, just
really
boom. And I'm on the ground, I'm knocked out, but I hear everybody and I'm reaching for the ball because I know I'm got the ball. So I'm like, hey. So they like, Tanner, get the ball. So everybody like, get the ball. So I'm like, so now I get up. That go to show you I done been hit like that before. I'm like, damn, boy, you see that? He knocked me. And I kept saying it, and Chad like, man, I'm mic'd up. And then you got some other guy, I'm mic'd up, man, you can't talk like that. I'm like, bro, he knocked me.
In the Pro Bowl.
Bob Sanders, in the Pro Bowl.
Oh, you that Bob Sanders
boy.
downhill, son.
Dude, that guy was so funny.
But it was so crazy, like, I thought about it on the sideline, I stayed there, I say, man, they ain't finna put me back out there, man. People getting hit like this in the Pro Bowl, but it's late in the game.
Yeah,
like the game already probably almost over. And then I went back out there a couple of plays, and I told, because Steve wasn't coming out. Steve was like, man, I'm finna get this. I'm finna win the MVP. And I'm like, bro, it ain't that serious. I'm finna get out.
Yeah.
What the guy name is? I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. From Arizona, though, the Dreads.
Larry Fisher.
Larry was supposed to go in for Steve at X. And Steve wasn't letting me. I said, Larry, you go in for me, man. I'm straight. I ain't going in no more, man. I done had my few catches.
Shortened his career from laying.
Bro,
dude,
I tell you, it was like a torpedo. Like, he hit me so hard, and I didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
like, I was too busy, like, I'm finna jump this. And it's just, and I was, boom, and I just was on the sideline, like, they was like, tell you all right? I'm like, boy, I got knocked out. I say, boy, that gonna be on the doggone ESPN later.
Yeah.
It was like, man, that is crazy.
That is crazy. Just a reminder, we're brought to you by Bet365. At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe every sport should be epic. Right now, new customers can choose between two offers when they open an account at Bet365. Use the QR code to sign up, deposit 10, and choose between either first bet safety net offer by placing a bet up to $1,000, and if your qualifying bet loses, you receive a match refund in bonus bets. Or bet and get offer and place a bet of 5 or more
UCLA.
and get $150 in bonus bets. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, official sports betting partner of the Washington Commanders. I was feeling like Tana there, got a little concussed there.
Brought to you by UCLA. This kid must be 21 plus and physically located in
I hope
Virginia.
you messed this up.
Please gamble responsibly. If you are someone you know has a gambling problem and won't help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I feel like that's. Oh, then we got to do this thing. I don't know what this thing is. Washington Legends Suite Experience.
Yes.
So, Fred, you know what this is.
Oh, most definitely. The package includes a visit from alumni. That's me, Santana, other alumni, autographed footballs,
legends.
All right, we got Commander Scars we going to give away, beanies we going to give away. We got all kind of stuff we going to give away. We're going to make it a full game experience, and you can get that by tuning in to commanders.com, right?
Yeah, is there another link to that or just commanders.com?
Yeah,
check it out, commanders.com. That would be pretty cool. And that's on December 31st against San Francisco. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, and I think we should do that segment more often. I learned a lot about you guys. It was like a nice little stroll down memory lane about,
Because everybody like to talk about the good stuff they did. They don't like to talk about when we go through bad.
I think it's so important to remember. Like everyone gets got. You know how like
the NFL will humble you.
I was just a football player. If you don't get hit once or twice in your life, well, that's the crazy part about it. And I'm proud to say that because being a receiver, I would expect more of those. I'm glad that I'm gonna have to use Fred little. I'm glad that the quarterbacks I had, even them, a lot of them won all that, they didn't get me.
They ain't set you up because I know AOC took a lick every game I ever played with him. Lavernius Collins. He was one of the receivers just stayed in bad positions.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
you gotta be like. The more you watch football, the more you realize a receiver can help themselves out a little bit. A little, and there's sometimes you can't. But a lot of times, if you just position yourself in the right way,
like I'm big on watching guys running with the football, and I'm like, okay, you know when to stop. I'm not trying to break 3 tackles. If I broke that one, okay, when I get a guy on my back, I'm gonna let my legs go numb because that's when you tear stuff. That's when when you pull stuff. So I mean, I watch the game now, and I be looking at injuries more. I look at guys, making good play. I'm like, that hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. They be like, how you saw? I'm like, bro, I know he got hurt. I know the way that guy came down on his leg. He's injured. There's no way he coming up and he's gonna walk regular. Yeah,
and you asked me, Fred, like where are the hardest hits I took, and a lot of them were like on the wedge and stuff like that.
Special teams.
Dude,
that was
you made me think of it like after the kickoff thing, and I was like, that was
I took one.
That's why it's outlawed.
Yeah, oh my god.
I ran into a guy my first year on kickoff return.
Did you? You were covering a kicker?
So I was returning kicks when I first got in the league.
Oh yeah.
So I was a punt returner / kick returner. So man, I got a pulled quad. Just came off my knee for being in the doggone thing all year. My rookie season. I pulled my quad the second game I'm playing that week, going into the second game. But I'm not finna tell them. I told the people who I need to tell, so they had me taped up. But I only got 4 games left in the season. I missed the whole season already. So I'm finna play. Man, I'm in Oakland. They kicked me a ball, and it's crazy. The guy who I ran into was one of my ex-teammates at Miami. He was tight end, Mondrell Fletcher. Yeah. I get the ball, and Mondrell, I'm a slasher. I run the doggone block over and him. I can't run. I'm just finna go. And I'm like, I'm going to take it to them before they take it to me. Yeah. I ran straight and just boom. Mondrell's on the ball. I'm like, Tanner, what you doing, boy? You running like that now? I'm like, I can't run. So I'm just going to put my head down.
I can't stop
I'm going to be a little boy.
Oh goodness, man! Yeah, so I think it should be a segment. We'll have to think of other things we can talk about.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so right now we're going to preview the New York Giants game and Jets.
Yes.
New York
Christmas
Jets
in New York.
In New York, that's right. And we're recording this on Tuesday. Yeah, so things can change. And our producer wanted us to talk about the likelihood of Aaron Rodgers playing in this game.
-6. -6. Like -6.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play
at all.
I mean, I've talked to multiple physical therapists about this, like multiple, and they're like, if he plays, he is out of his mind. So I think there's enough of that.
Yep, that's it. They nipped that in the bud. But he will be at the game, and maybe Taylor Swift will be there too. Who knows?
Why would Taylor Swift be there?
Well, that seems to be the only thing to report about in the NFL. She at the game.
So I think the main thing let's talk about with this with the Jets team is their offense is bad. Like we get a report from PFF on the iPad that we get. Yeah. And I went down there and I've never seen a category for an offense where it's 32 in explosive plays, 32 in touchdowns, 32 in first downs. They're historically bad offensively.
How much of this is Nathaniel Hackett? Like, cause
I think I would think a lot. I mean, again, Zach Wilson's your quarterback, and when you watch Zach Wilson playing quarterback, he's not doing a good job. Like he had a good game 2 weeks ago where he looked like a guy. You're like, oh man, maybe he's turning a corner or whatever. But he just doesn't see the field well. He's out of time. He's out of rhythm. Their offensive line is playing very poorly. They don't do a lot to elevate them. So I do think Nathaniel Hackett has some responsibility. He's the offensive coordinator to his product.
Yeah.
But it's also you've got Zach Wilson playing quarterback, and then whoever the third string guy is, which I'll look at. Trevor Simeon. So very, very bad offensively, but defensively, them boys.
Oh, they can play. They got the Williams brothers. All right, they playing well. Sauce guard, they got some of the best DBs.
Sauce and the number 4 over there.
Yeah, they got some of the best DBs. So you're gonna have to. You won't just walk into New York and beat these guys. I think they done showed a couple of teams and beat some good teams anyway. Yes, they got deficiencies on offense, but if you can stop a team from scoring, you got a chance to win any game that you're playing in.
Yeah, 100%. And they're like the classic example of like defense like keeping them in games and winning games for them. Yeah. Like they don't do any, like they scored 0 points against Miami. Yeah. And Miami's a good defense, but like they beat Houston 30-6 off of like interceptions and stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like they're just really effective. And they play a lot of man coverage. You guys mentioned Sauce Gardner. They've got some other good football players. They've got an excellent middle level of the defense. Their linebackers are awesome. I think the kind of heart and soul of the defense, though, I say this, but the secondary is good, is the defensive line, man.
Yeah. Quentin Williams, baby.
Defensive line. They've got a bunch of dudes who can. It's like a hockey rotation.
Yeah, Quentin Williams looked like that big, nice teddy bear that you see until you turn that film on.
Till you get him mad.
And he's a monster. He moves people, and that scares me because we have been weak in the inside, and the quickest way to get to a quarterback is A gap, and they got everything they need in that A and that B gap.
Hey, how is it as a corner, man, when you know you have a guy like Quentin Williams and you have a couple other guys with him? Well, how easy does that make your job? Like, it's just like I'm watching Sauce. Cause don't get me wrong, I didn't expect this guy to be that great. Yeah. Cause I'm saying great, not good. Yeah. Like he was phenomenal last year, his rookie year, and like this year, kind of it's been here and there. You know what I mean? But it's still like when you watch him, even without those guys' pressure, he really plays like you want to see every DB who playing man play. You know.
Well, the thing he do good job of, he marries his press coverage to their rush. Yeah. He understands down and distance. He understands how people are gonna try to attack him. And I could tell he's a film head.
Yeah, he got to be.
Yeah, he's a film head. But if I got a D-line like that, backpedaling is out of my repertoire. I'm not backing up because I know your quarterback got to get the ball out of his hand. So what are you gonna beat me on? A slant? I'll go. Yeah. Well, them your only two options.
It's interesting though, because like that's what I was expecting, Tana. It's like, this defensive line's going to eat because they got some players. They got Williams, they got Johnson from Florida State, who was a top 10 pick, or not a first round draft pick last year. They've got Bryce Huff, who's excellent at pass rushing. They got Michael Clemens, number 72, who's like this huge hulking defensive end who just compresses the hell out of pockets. Yeah. So they've got a bunch of guys who can rush the passer. But when you watch it, to me, it's the coverage elevating the rush. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in tight coverage. And so obviously Sauce Gardner, like Tana's talked about this, like he's so aggressive. He's so intuitive. Like, and he does disrupt at the line of scrimmage enough. And then Reed is the other guy on the other side
Reed can play.
Who does a great job in the back end of that group. And then the two linebackers, Mosley specifically, just super instinctive about.
Mosley was in.
He was in Baltimore. The Ravens.
Baltimore. I was going to say Baltimore.
And so I think like when you look at him, it feels like a little bit different version of Dallas's defense, right? Instead of doing all this crazy line movement and stunts and Micah Parsons, it's like we're going to rush with these guys who are good pass rushers. Yep. We're going to rush 4 on first and second down. We're going to play a little bit of quarters, a little bit of 3, and they play way more man than I thought, and they're really good at it. And they force people into mistakes, basically.
And like you said, they are defense that can go win you games. They are the defense we thought we were gonna have when the year started. They are defense so that's why I say Zach Wilson or not, this is a dangerous team if you think you're just gonna walk in and get a victory. You're just not gonna do that.
I think you gotta look at that first half of the season for them when they was playing stud after stud at quarterback. Yeah. And it was like turnovers.
Bills.
It was big.
It made Josh Allen look regular.
You know what I mean?
They beat Philly and the Bill. The defense beat them.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like when you look at that, the first thing you think about, like, we can sit here and say what we want to say, but if they're gonna turn our film on offensively and say, where can we attack these guys to slow them down or make them, susceptible to some of the things we've seen them do already this year, turnovers and sacks. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So if you have a defense that's already great on the outside, great in the inside when it comes to their pressure,
And they're playing together as a group.
What do you,
Yeah, I've been saying,
Bingo,
they're
what do
gonna
you
look at
scheme
us,
up? How do you scheme up against this?
They're gonna look at us and say, we're gonna stop the run and make them one. We want them. They want us to throw the ball.
Passing the ball.
They want us to be a
Why do you say
pass
that?
because the more we pass, the more turnovers we it happens.
Yeah.
They are a turnover-driven defense. To get the ball back, they're going to say, we're going to put one more man in the box, and we're going to dare Sam to push the ball down the field. And we want him, in their eyes, they want him to pass the ball 40 times.
Yeah.
So and I think we'll do that. I think that's what EB's shown he wants to do. But the thing is, like, if I'm them, I'm playing coverage and just being like, try, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because the one thing we don't have, our receivers, even though Terry is, I look at him as a fast guy. He ain't scary fast.
Yeah.
So we don't have anybody that the corner's going to say, you know what, I might need a little help with this dude.
We do. And I think we're starting to use him a little more. Curtis.
Yeah.
Ever since Curtis came out off that injury,
Yeah.
he's been on a tear. So
Yeah.
so I think that's where right now, that's what we need to start leaning to these next few weeks. I won't be surprised. I was gonna say that last week we had a segment where we was talking about on our pregame show going into the game.
Yeah.
Who was surprised? We never got to it. Who wants you to be surprised about
Right.
if they have a good game? And I had him on my list. Like I was gonna say Curtis because I feel like he's always been that piece of the puzzle that we felt like he would fit good with this offense.
Yeah.
But we was trying to do so much early.
Yeah.
And then of lately we've gotten to him. And then he had a little setback where he was out for a game or two, and then he got right back in, and then he had his 100-yard game, and he scored a touchdown.
Yep.
And then you saw two touchdowns from the other day. So he's that piece, man. He's that piece of, and that's another thing too. Talking about going forward, man. I'm keeping that dude because he can do so much for you.
Makes
Running
it
back,
for you.
wide receiver, he can mix it up. He's that Swiss Army
I
knife.
always wanted to see him return because he's an ex-running back.
We asked him about it. And he said he just didn't do it enough. He said, I literally had him on the podcast, Players Club, and me and London asked him like, "Hey, bro,
you guys check that out. It's a good show."
Yeah, most definitely. Please do every week, bro. We asked him like, "Man, you should be a return." He's like, "No." He was like
scared about it.
He's like, "Man, I did kick return, but I never did punt." He said, "I did punt return one time just to like do it when I was young, but he was like, nah, that's not
Really?
me."
But
I was like, bro, you'll be good at it.
It fits the mold.
And I told him, I say, I'm gonna tell you something, and you won't believe it. I said I never did punt return until I was forced to do it in college. Like I was forced to be a punt returner in college.
Yeah.
I've never ever touched the punt return in high school. Never. And in college, the coach was like, "Hey, you going back there?" I was like, "No, I'm straight." Like, "No, I'm not asking you." You going back?
You going back there?
And so I'm like, when you have a guy like him, you want somebody to force him in that position because he don't know what that could do for his career. Like,
I'm saying I want a coach to challenge him and say, "Dude, I need more from you, and I can't get more from you if you're not on special teams."
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, I think back to the Jets defense, it's going to be a problem, right? Like they're just playing. I don't think they don't have the best secondary in the NFL. They don't have the best D line in the NFL, but they play
together
really well together, and they make a lot of problems. And then on third down, we talk about this on the film breakdown in Command Center, our flagship program. They do a lot of stuff on third down.
Yeah.
They're bringing pressures. They're bringing all out. They're dropping guys out. They're bringing zone pressures. And, like we, for whatever reason this year, have had a hard time identifying that stuff and getting the ball out where it's supposed to go. So I think they present a lot of challenges. Real quick, because there's not a lot to talk about, let's talk about the Jets offense real quick. Just, they've got a receiver. He's really good, Garrett Wilson.
Wilson
he
is a
flashes,
player.
and he makes explosive plays. Brees Hall
is a baller.
can make explosive plays.
Brees Hall, he remind me of A-Chain.
A-Chain?
I mean, they got that.
They're saying
that
Gallup to him.
savageness,
Yeah, that he is explosive. And then the one thing I seen about Brees Hall coming off of that injury, he still ain't in what you call his best shape.
Yeah, his best shape.
Like
yeah.
he's been doing it.
Yeah, he got a little
doing the
He's a
year.
little top heavy a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, and so they got so obviously those are the two playmakers. They're having a hard time with the quarterback getting the ball. Their offensive line has some names. Mekhi Becton's playing better than he's played. Laken Tomlinson is a guy they brought in free agency, hasn't played up to the billing. Joe Tippmann, good center, right? But young, he's a rookie. And then they've got two guys who are banged up on the right side of the offensive line, and it's just been kind of a circular thing there.
Yeah.
Tight end. Who's tight end?
Conklin, he's a good little player.
Yep.
Not super dynamic, but I think the reason I bring up the offensive line, we went through that. Obviously, when Elijah Vera and Tucker and their starting groups out there, they're very, very talented. But that group's not out there right now. And so can our pass rush get right against an offense that holds the football, not overly efficient on first down. They're going to give you rush opportunities, which is something we've been calling for all year.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Rush the passer.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and 10. Rush the passer.
Yeah.
And can we get pressure? Can we be dynamic? Again, there are some players there, but I don't care how good you are. If I know that it's an obvious passing situation, let's go hunt. Let's go take advantage of who's the quarterback again?
Trevor Simmons.
Trevor Siemian.
Or
So
Zach, or I thought Zach Wilson was.
yeah, he was. But
He had a concussion, right?
he got benched a couple weeks ago. He
Yeah,
started
a couple of weeks ago, came back and won a game, and
but
then
then he got concussed.
cussed.
Yeah, okay,
So, and
yeah.
again, we record this on Tuesday.
confused. Yeah.
So we don't know what his status is. Usually, the average return to play for concussion is about 14 days, which would put him to next week.
Yeah.
But crazier things have happened.
Who y'all want to see more than anything? I mean, you want to see Zach or you want to see Trevor?
Either one.
I
with
mean,
me.
probably Trevor Siemian. Trevor, what's his name?
Simeon.
Trevor Siemian, just because he's been kind of a disaster
I
the
thought
last couple
Trevor
weeks.
Siemian was a little more better. I thought he was a slight
Improvement?
grade up against. Zach.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but
I don't know.
I'm just,
Well, it's just one of them things.
so who
where-
was the guy last year when Zach was going through? He was
Oh, it was
terrible.
Mike White.
And he's
That
the
was
back.
White.
He's the
He's in
But
Miami.
when Trevor Siemian, he was the third guy, right? It was
Yeah.
Zach,
Yeah.
White,
Mike
and
and-
Trevor
yep.
Siemian, right?
yeah. And so Mike White balled out last
He
year.
did. Where is he at now?
He's in Miami. The
He the backup to Tua.
Oh, he the backup of Tua.
Yep.
Ain't that
He
something?
just cruising down the river right now.
Ain't that something? boy?
All right. Just a reminder, we're brought to you by Bet365. At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe every sport should be epic. That's why we offer an NFL early payout offer. Get your straight bets paid out or parlay selections marked as winner when your team goes up by 17 points, regardless of whether the opponent comes back to win the game. Our NFL early payout offer has hit over 52 times this season. Use the QR code to sign up and see for yourself why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Official sports betting partner of the Washington Commanders.
Yes.
Must be 21 and older and physically located in Virginia. Please gamble responsibly. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I was
He
like,
sound like the creepy dude that when you watching late night TV that pops on the tube.
those like murder mysteries or
Yeah,
something.
yes.
Hey.
By the way, they was living in Compton, Virginia.
He was in his attic, sitting there waiting, plotting, waiting for you to hear the door to open.
All right, so we got Commanders Advantages, which is always a fun segment to do, and we're going to do it a little bit different today
All right,
than we've
what you
done in the
got?
past. All right, so we've got the Christmas edition, obviously. Insert Christmas music here.
Yeah.
And we're going to do, so Rudolph. Who's going to be the guiding light? Fred, you're going to do that one.
All right.
Okay, we can all comment, but Fred's going to do the main one, okay?
All right.
Head Elf, making the plays, man. Just getting guys
The elf on
right.
the shelf.
Yes. Frosty the Snowman, got to be cold.
I call him
Ice
Cheesy the
cold.
Snowman.
Cheesy the Snowman.
Cheesy the snowman.
And then
Make it
obviously,
winter time.
whoa, what is that? I don't get that
It's like
reference.
you know nothing.
I don't know anything. I don't know. Was this a?
Young Jeezy is a rapper.
I know Jug
His wife
Jeezy.
just cheated on him. He divorced her.
No, but I'm saying is I thought he might have done a Christmas song.
No, that's his name, the Snowman.
No, Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
His name is the Snowman.
Snowman.
I did not know
Different
that.
kind of snow you talking about.
I know. I get it. I get it.
It's a
I
different kind of
had a feeling we were talking
Different kind
about
of snow, baby.
something recreational.
Yeah,
But
most definitely.
And then Santa, who's got to make
Bring
the
the
delivery.
gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring the gifts, make the delivery. So we'll start off with Rudolph.
All right, Rudolph,
And this son of a gun over here.
the red-nosed quarterback. Sam Howell has to be the guy like he has to be the leader of the group. We need Sam the red-nosed reindeer to get us through this storm we in.
Okay.
Like, and if we're gonna get through this storm, he gonna have to light the room up. Like, he gonna have to reinvigorate the fan base, because now you got the fan base fighting. Do we have the guy? Do we not have the guy? Do we have the guy? But if he Rudolph and he gonna lead us through this storm, this is the perfect stage to do it in New York, Christmas Eve. Make us believe again. Would you please do that, Mr. Sam Howell?
What do you think, Tana? You like that one?
I like it.
Yeah, I like it
He's
too.
spot on with that one.
All right. So, Tana, you want to do
The head
the
elf?
elf? You wanna do
Head elf? Yeah, I'll take it. Head elf. I want to lean defensively for us, but it's almost hard to pick somebody on the defense to be the head elf.
So, if I had to pick for this one, I would have said Cody Barton. Because Cody Barton has been getting everybody right. You can tell he's been studying that film. Like last week, we didn't talk about this in our review pod.
Yeah.
But he's like dropping under dig routes. He's forcing the quarterbacks to check it down. You can tell he's been studying film. They try to get that screen out in the red zone. He's making the tackle.
Yeah.
He's fitting runs right. He seemed like, since, again, it kind of coincides with Ron being the play caller. So maybe Ron, but I think Cody's done a good job of kind of getting everybody on the same
Calming
page.
them down.
And you talk about we needed a communicator in the defense.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's showing that he can be that guy.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe him if you're looking for somebody.
I would say Lawson because I need him to be the head elf because he going against the Bummer Snowman and Quinn Williams. So you need more than just
I
an
love
elf
it.
on
Yeah.
your shelf.
I love it.
You need a lot of help.
I like that one too. I
can
like
place.
both of those, but I think I will go with I mean, you took that one over, so
Yeah.
stay with that one.
So you want to go Frosty the Snowman?
I go Frosty Snowman.
Okay.
Frosty Snowman. What do we know about Frosty Snowman?
He cold.
Who was he to Christmas to everybody, to all us as kids, right? When we watched Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
What did he do to some of us?
He made me cry. I thought he was a villain.
Bingo. You thought he was a villain, but he really wasn't. He was
No,
really
he was a good guy.
He was a good guy. And Frosty the Snowman, I wanted him to say he made us emotionally. You know what I mean? He made us emotional, because when he melted, we was like, what? Damn.
Is Christmas over?
He's gone?
What's them carrots for?
And like all you see is his nose and the little bees that left. I feel like that's Terry.
Okay.
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, we are emotionally attached to Terry.
We're emotionally attached
He's
to
gotta
him.
be cold,
And
though, too.
at times, he is a cold dude.
Yeah.
And he don't have to do it by no rah-rah. He don't have to do it by being no guy in your face.
Yeah.
He just does it.
Yeah.
And when I mean he does it, he coming down with catches. That's 50-50. Man, the man been catching 50-50 balls since they named the 50-50 ball back in the 50s.
Yeah.
He ain't been around that long.
He come down with it.
He came
Yes.
out the womb catching 50-50 balls. But the reason why I say he's Frosty the Snowman to me, because he's cold as ice.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys, man, when you need the play to be made, he's the guy.
All
He's the
right.
guy that's going to go out there and, we look at football players as these guys that's supposed to be macho, man, because that's how fans look at us. Oh, they judge us by our toughness, by how we look, by our persona. And you look at Terry sometimes wearing his little specs, he wearing his glasses at times, you're like, oh, he's a nerd.
Yeah.
When he gets on that field, when he gets on that field,
No, he's a dog.
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
So he's Frosty Snowman to me, not because of how cold he is, but at times, when he's not there, he makes us pissed.
Oh.
We sad about damn.
like
why
that.
we
Yeah,
didn't,
even when he don't get 100 yards,
we didn't win the game because you didn't allow Terry to be involved. Where was Terry? And we had a sighting of him this week, so he was back. Frosty was back.
I agree with that.
I like that. And I like that we took a different angle on there.
Yeah, I
You know
like
what I'm saying?
that.
I know
really
y'all weren't
enjoyed
gonna
that.
feel me until y'all felt me.
Yeah.
I feel what you got cooking over there.
All right, and then we're all going to do Santa Claus. We're all going to kind of pick our guy who's going to be Santa Claus, the guy who's got to deliver, the big fella.
Yeah.
I think we all agree with you. You ain't got to say it. I know.
I'm going with Deron Payne.
Oh.
Because he built like Santa Claus and he come bearing gifts.
Dude.
So what I'm saying is Deron Payne, I think we're seeing him move him around.
Do
a
that.
lot
I
more.
hope they do that more. They only did it one time in the last game, but I hope it's
But
enough.
I think it unlocks something.
Think
for
about
him.
it. Think about it. You do it one time, you get one sack. Let's do that some more.
Yeah, let's do it a little bit more. So I'm gonna say Deron Payne because you know what? I can see him putting pressure on himself because he just got paid and he's like, I want to live up to it. When all he need to do is just relax and go play his brand of football. He is the man. He cannot fit down no chimneys, but he will knock on your front door. I tell you that.
It's crazy you said Deron Payne because I was gonna say all the big guys up there on the D line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't said much about these guys, but it was a sighting from Mathis this past weekend.
Yeah.
He showed up big on some key runs. It was a sighting from
Ridgeway.
Ridgeway. Hold on, let me say
love
this.
Ridgeway.
During our pregame show, we was in the middle of the pregame show, and everybody's warming up, and I see a disgusted Ridgeway walking towards us with two trainers limping, and I'm like, damn, he just went down before the game started.
Yeah.
When the game started, they said Ridgeway was on the tackle, and I'm like, and I see he have two ankles taped up, black tape. And I say he went in there because he had white tape on when he went in. I say this joker just taped them ankles up and came out here and went to work. So all those guys up there come bearing gifts, and I think this would be the fine time for our D line to get out there. What they say, wounded offensive line of the New York Jets.
Yeah, and I think if you can find those matchups, that'd be great because we've all been wanting that, right? And if they can deliver, man, that's going to be a great Christmas present for everybody. For me, I'm going to say our guy EB, right? Because he is. I mean, he's the guy, man. He's going to give gifts, right?
Yeah.
Can we get the right protection for the offensive line? Can we get Sam in a good position where he likes the concept and that give Sam that gift, right? Yeah. Give Terry that gift of that deep ball, that 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Curtis in that one-on-one matchup in the slot, right? Can Jahan, Chris Rodriguez, all these guys. Like, he's the guy that makes that happen. Give those gifts out, and if he does a good job of allocating those resources, they're going to be in a pretty good spot.
Hey, how did our backs do this past week? That's why we hadn't got on. I didn't even look at they
I thought Gibson was going to get the ball more.
Yeah.
He didn't. I thought Chris Rodriguez ran pretty hard when he had a chance. The one thing about him, you always think he has more yards than he had because I think he runs so violently and he breaks so many tackles. You be like, I thought he had 60 yards. He only had 35.
But I mean, it was only on like how many carries? Like
5 carries.
Yeah. So he's very efficient.
Yeah.
And he's very physical. The other guy that did a good job was Jonathan Williams.
Jonathan Williams.
He always do a good job when he gets
Jonathan
a chance.
Williams,
Had some really good blitz pickups, which was great to see. But I think one of the reasons Gibson didn't play much is he missed a blitz pickup that led to a sack. So I think that might have been right.
That'll get you on the bench.
Yep. So, but yeah, hopefully those guys get a bigger opportunity this week. All right, so now time for game predictions, and this is presented by Northwest Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of the Washington Commanders. Stop searching, go Northwest.
Stop.
Check out nwfcu.org/Washington to see how easy it is to join and how Northwest can help make your money grow for you. Stop by a branch or visit nwfcu.org/Washington today. All right. So, game predictions. Yeah, I know everyone's super excited for this.
This is deep.
Tana, you're so pumped. Look at how pumped you are.
But this is also his 2X team. I mean, this is his 2 teams right here. This is the Santana Bowl.
Oh, it is the Santana Bowl. I didn't even think about that.
Stop, collaborate, and listen. Yeah, it's my bowl, man. The Tanner Man Bowl. And it's crazy because I'm going to be on the podcast this week later on with Lavernius and Wayne Quebec talking about the game. So I'm looking forward to that. But then, yeah, honestly, man, I mean, this is crazy. I never would have thought it'd be a time where I'm sitting here talking about my 2 teams and both of us stink.
Yeah, most definitely.
So right now we both sitting there like, well, I hope I get a win. I hope I get a win. I hope somebody and I'm hoping that we get to go back home, with the victory. But I can't give you no points, man. I suck at that, and I feel like every time I go out there and bite my tongue and say something I shouldn't say about this team, they embarrass me. So I wanted to see a hard-fought game on Christmas Eve. Give us something to be cheering about in the stands, and may the best team stand and win. I mean, the best team. However they say the whole little thing.
I want to open a present that say 45-0. That's what I want.
That what you want?
45-0.
Listen, this is what I want from this team. I want one game where the offense, the defense, and the special teams all show up the same day.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. Is it going to be hard to score on this defense? Yes, it is, but it's hard to score on every defense in the NFL. So go out there, play your game. Special teams, I hate to say, they didn't cut the cheese.
Let's
see, can, special teams pick back up and get back on the good foot.
Hold on. Who's up? Who's next?
I think they're signing someone.
No, they just signed the he's from the Patriots. I think he was on Patriots.
All right, we're signing that guy.
So we got that
That's
guy.
the guy.
Lord have mercy.
And defense, make this offense look like who they really are.
Yeah.
Like, do not let this offense come out here and get going on you.
Yeah, don't
like
let
you're
them do
not make them look how they supposed to look and go win this
Because I
game.
promise you, they looking at some of the things and they saying we gonna get in these sets. We gonna show these same motions. We gonna do some of these things. And we gonna hope that it's gonna confuse them to the point.
Garrett Wilson
and boom.
will be running the wheel route this week.
Oh.
Same as Cooper Kupp.
They gonna be doing. Did y'all not see the play? No, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Fred. I think the defense is trending in the right direction, and that's been great because it's helped with the evaluation. It's been great to see Kalik Hudson and Quan Martin playing better ball. We mentioned Cody Barton briefly. The defensive line's playing better. Cam made some plays. And Percy, seeing him flying, it's good to see that. Keep that going, right? Offensively, I've really enjoyed watching Sam Howell this year, especially when he's playing good ball.
Yeah.
Right? I want to see him get back on track because if he gets back on track, I think we feel much better about the offseason. It's going to be tough this week, but they play a lot of man. You know what they're going to be in. Let's beat that man coverage, man. We got all these playmakers, and they do rush the passer well, but I think the offensive line for us has been playing well enough to handle this group.
I'm running slant goes and slants. And
get after that boy.
Unders and something right now. If you playing man on me right now, you got to be. You got to
Terry
get me.
is the type matchup that can get at a Sauce Gardner because Sauce, he makes his money disrupting people with them long arms of his and making them run. Terry's very tough off the line.
He want a quick jam.
Terry going one step and Terry can go.
Both those corners are very physical.
And Terry is one of the receivers that he's hard for us to really study because he has no defining factor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He has nothing, no defined. Like when I say Santana, you say speed. He don't have that. That makes you hard to check.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good matchup that I want to see. Sauce Terry.
Yeah. So
I won't be surprised if I see Jahan Slayton. I just think going back to Jersey, you know, he's that where he was born at. When he gets quiet like this, it's almost like he's brewing for one of those games that give him some attention. So I'm hoping that we can get a couple more of his sightings. But this goes back to what I tell you about how you in situations.
Yeah.
Everybody's situation ain't always the same. Like you can look at what he did last year and be like, man, Jahan, we just knew he was gonna come and get 1,000 this year.
Yeah.
But now he had to deal with the simple fact of a new offense, a new quarterback. A quarterback that, you know, still
Trying to
learning,
find his way.
Trying to find him not being involved, not knowing how to overcome not being involved, still have to go out there and play. It's because when they come to you, it's when you least expect it. We've seen games like that. So I'm sure he's learning a lot about this season. And like I said, I want to see him finish strong. These next 3 games, I want to see a couple of sightings from him.
Yeah, that'd be great. So again, I think Sam Howell, defense keep playing better. And like you said, get those special teams on the right track.
Special team, be special.
All right. And so no prediction for me, but that's what I'm hoping to see. All right. Just a reminder, we're brought to you by Bet365. At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe every sport should be epic. Right now, new customers can choose between 2 offers when they open an account at Bet365. Use a QR code to sign up, deposit 10, and choose between either first bet safety net offer by placing a bet up to 1,000, and if your qualifying bet loses, you receive a match refund in bonus bets. Or bet and get offer and place a bet of 5 or more and get $150 in bonus bets. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, official sports betting partner of the Washington Commanders. Must be 21 plus and physically located in Virginia. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
See, I just be in the casino and just walk up to somebody and slap their hand down when they try to put the money in the machine.
That's your how you're helping gamblers?
Yes, that's how I'm helping gamblers.
How many fights you been in doing that?
Plenty.
All right, now, this is something I am super excited for.
All right.
You know what it is, Fred?
Yes.
Were you paying attention in the production
Yes,
meeting?
I was.
Okay, what is it?
This is the Christmas movie draft.
There we go.
All right.
Yay.
All right. Now, can I ask a question? Is Endgame a Christmas movie?
Endgame.
Yeah, Marvel. It came out around Christmas.
I know, but there's nothing Christmassy in the movie.
Well,
Fred always
all I'm saying is Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I know, and I think you're going to go there with your first pick. I would
most definitely is.
All right, so Jason, producer, hello, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
He's been sitting here the whole time. So
Yeah.
Endgame is definitely not a Christmas movie.
No, it's not.
But I will say Die Hard is. Will we all vote on Die Hard?
Die Hard's a Christmas
Takes
movie.
place during Christmas, has Christmas themes. It was released in July, but who cares? That was
don't be listening to a bunch of Christmas movies right now, by the way.
No, I'm just saying Die Hard in general. Endgame's not. But we can debate if some come up, but Die Hard's definitely a Christmas movie.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, leave a comment if you don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I personally think you're wrong, but leave a comment.
It's a Christmas movie.
It takes place during Christmas.
Correct.
Yeah, it is.
And it has Christmas themes.
And like there's Christmas music in it.
Together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what are we
And
doing?
gifts.
Yeah.
Is Home Alone still one of the all-time best Christmas movies?
I forgot about Home Alone. I'm really glad you brought that up. You're just ruining your draft board right now.
That was going to be one of mine.
Just ruined your draft board.
All right, here we go. I'm going to give you guys the order. It's going to be random here. So Tana's 1, 2, 3. I'm 4.
Okay. Oh, you're in it.
Number generator.
Oh, no.
So what I got to do? Just pick a movie?
First one first is 2, so Logan goes first. We're going to do like a snake draft.
So I go first?
Yeah, you're going to pick
I don't
first.
like snakes.
Okay, then it's Tana.
Okay.
And then Fred, and then me.
All right.
Fred was right, man. Fred, he's always right.
All right, we're going to do a snake draft. You know what a snake draft
Yeah,
means, Logan?
so you go through.
I was number 11 of the top 100 Christmas movies.
Are you on a list right now? You get out of here with that, man.
I just had to research for the man. The man said Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It's for sure Christmas movie.
So yeah,
So I get to go. I get to go first.
Yeah, you go first, and then it goes through the order.
And then you go.
Because I'm last, I'll go twice, and it'll go back.
All right, I see what you got.
All right, so we're going to pick.
But then we go back through through the order backwards, right? In the snake draft,
exactly.
It's like
yeah.
zoop, zoop, zoop.
Yep. So the ends will pick twice. 3 movies each.
3 movies each.
Yeah.
3 movies each. All right,
I'm
cool.
good.
All right, Logan, you're
So
up.
I'm starting with Elf as the first.
I love Elf.
First selection of this draft.
I love Elf.
And I think that's self-explanatory. I don't.
The Elf is like, so we just pick our own movies.
Yeah.
I'm going with The Christmas Story.
Oh,
way
I
to
like
throw
it.
a blow.
Like it.
Is it me? I'm going Home Alone. I brought it up.
That's a good one.
1. Home Alone 1. The first one. Yeah.
Okay. I get back to back here.
Yes.
I'm going to try and hit a couple demographics. I'm going to go Die Hard.
Man, it's beef.
And then the kid in me loves this one. I'm going to go Muppet Christmas Carol.
Dude, I was going to pick that one. Are you serious?
Muppet Christmas Carol. That's an excellent one. You
tough.
know when a movie starts out with the Muppets, they like don't say the names of like who the actor is
Yes.
that does the voice.
Yes.
They say the name of the Muppet.
Yes.
So it's like Kermit Frog.
Dude, I actually just watched that the other night with my kids.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that
fantastic.
One.
Yeah.
I got to look up some Christmas movies now.
All right,
I
back to you, Fred.
You done took my Die Hard. He done took my F. What about? Great question. Do I need to go Home Alone too? I could.
Oh, I got one. Okay, good. Phew. I almost forgot about this one. Thank God for the internet.
See,
Everybody looking on their
No,
face
no.
right
Okay, Fred, you're on the clock, man.
I mean, I think it's almost impossible to not look.
I know,
because
there's so many, yeah.
You have them in your head, but you just don't know the names of them all.
I'm sure we have fans like yelling at the radio.
yeah, I totally understand, and it's me. I like Bad Santa.
Ooh,
That's a great one.
that is a good one. That's an excellent one. So who's up? Tana's up now, right?
Trading places.
Trading Places.
Oh, nice.
With Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that counts.
We're back. We're back, Mount.
Is that the one? That's the one with the dude
We're back.
from the Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah, Mortimer.
So I'm up, right?
You're up and you get 2. So this is going to be your last 2 picks. We're flying through this.
Yeah, we were ripping. Okay. All right.
I wanted to go for something that they didn't think was a Christmas movie. Like I had to pull a.
That was good. That was good. So for me, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I love Chevy Chase.
That's an excellent
I
one.
watched that this week.
I love Chevy Chase.
I'm gonna watch that one this
That's excellent. And then, gosh, there's a couple. I can go kids movie here, but I don't think I'm going to do that.
Oh, I got one for y'all. I got one gonna really make y'all mad.
Oh man, I'm going to go Nightmare Before Christmas. I think is where I'm going to go there.
Ooh, Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie, right?
I got one.
Yeah. I mean,
It's kind of
Halloween. It's a little bit of both.
If not,
right? It's a little bit. No. It's
okay.
good. It
All right.
has Christmas in the title. It takes, yeah.
Okay.
So
Nightmare
who
Before
next?
Christmas.
Me?
You.
No, Tana's up. Then you, Fred.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the traditional, the Grinch that stole Christmas.
That's a good one.
yeah,
Come
that-
on. You get
that-
Knuckles.
that's it,
Good.
that's
That's
it.
good.
That's
That's
it.
good. I almost went that way, but
Jim
just feel
Carrey.
like you-
Jim Carrey version.
I just feel like you gotta put that one out there.
This
like,
one right here gonna hurt their feelings.
you know what?
1984 Gremlins.
Is
Oh,
it a
yeah.
Christmas movie?
Gremlins
That's a Christmas
is a
movie.
Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie. Yeah.
If we're
I
saying
watched-
Die Hard is, we got to say
No, it's a Christmas movie. Though.
No,
I remember
Gremlins is a
Gremlins
Christmas
when I was
I
young.
don't think I've ever seen Gremlins.
I remember when I was young.
You're so old.
Yeah,
I mean,
was,
so young.
It was on Christmas. It was
Yeah,
like it was,
Gremlins is one of those.
It's crazy you
That's what
thought
we-
about that because I remember that as a kid watching that movie.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Right.
No bull.
Don't
Okay.
get them wet.
So I get the last one.
What you got? Yeah.
All right, last one. Again, another favorite of mine as a kid, but with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jingle All the Way. Sinbad.
All right.
Love that one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Some honorable mentions. I'm just
Yeah.
going to mention them because my wife makes me watch these every year. I want to give a shout out there to her. It's
Okay.
The Holiday.
The Holiday with
Love
Kate
Actually.
Winslet?
No, Cameron Diaz.
Oh, and it's Jack Black's in that, right?
Yeah, Jack Black.
Kate Winslet's in
Jude
that though,
Law,
for sure though. By the way,
Yes,
Oh,
she's
y'all
also
forgot
in
all
it.
kind of movies.
But yeah,
Love
The
Actually
Holiday is
that
Love
actually like the
Actually.
worst like romance movie of all
It's
time?
terrible, but I have to watch it at least twice every year.
Okay,
It's a Wonderful Life. My family always puts that
dude,
on.
I don't
It's
think I've ever
boring,
seen
though.
that all the way through.
It's a Wonderful Life is very much overrated.
I don't think I've ever seen it all the way through. I've seen parts of it.
Ain't that the one when the kid get hit in the eye with something or something?
No, that's a Christmas story.
Christmas
That's
story?
Christmas Story.
Yeah, Christmas story.
It's
You gonna say
overrated.
that's
too.
overrated?
Yeah, it's
You
overrated.
don't even know what you're talking about.
Tana took that
It's-
as the number 2 pick.
It's
so
just
you
like
know.
it's just like one of those. It's not even about it being overrated. It's something that you all had to see. Like
Yeah, it's a classic.
People talked
Yeah.
about that growing
Yeah.
up, and like you wanted to see that movie.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, the Santa Claus is another favorite.
The
of
Santa
mine.
Claus, I was gonna say, I almost picked that one. I feel like that's more of a kid's.
All right,
film.
so
Batman
fans,
Return would be an honorable mention.
Batman Return
Batman Returns.
Yeah, listen,
takes place during Christmas.
I'm sorry.
I would
Is that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, that's the one
No.
with Danny DeVito.
Yeah, with the penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's a great one. That's a great one. Easy over there,
Yeah,
Tiger.
Okay.
Easy
He
over
said
there.
easier.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah. So our
Hey, Michelle Pfeiffer. Easier with her.
Listen, that was always one of my celebrity crushes.
Yeah.
I love Michelle Pfeiffer. Thank Jesus.
So
I love my
let's
wife.
go.
Okay, so-
I love
I love my life.
I love my wife. Is what he said, which
All
is
right,
even
so
better.
I'll recap these. Fans can vote like last time. Fred, I wonder if you'll get shut out again. Logan has Elf, Christmas Vacation,
That's a
and
good one.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, Tana, A Christmas Story, Trading Places, nice little curveball there, and The Grinch. Fred,
I'm gonna give you
Home
knuckles
Alone,
for trading places.
Home Alone,
It's a good
Bad
one.
Santa, that's an excellent one.
Yeah.
Fred might, hey, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Fred
Fred.
brought some heat.
Yeah.
And
He brought that
Gremlins.
fire.
Gremlins,
He
man.
brought that
Gremlins
fire.
is an-
All mine
That's a
different.
spinoff
Yeah.
too. That's a spinoff because
Home
like
Alone
the fans
is-
who don't know, they would be like, and then they gonna Google it. They gonna be like, oh, Fred know what he's talking about.
Gremlins, man.
Dude, Bad
Gremlins.
Santa though, and Home Alone.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
And then I had Die Hard, Muppet Christmas Carol, and Jingle All the Way. I don't know. Mine's very neat.
Yo,
Dude, Muppet
I
Christmas
feel like
Carol.
we all have a movie in there that people didn't quite know it was a Christmas
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yours kind of kid friendly.
Dude, but
It is, 'cause it's-
Muppet Christmas Carol is like literally
It's
probably
one of-
it's like one of my favorites.
I watch
'Cause
it
you-
every year. Yeah, it's
Yeah, and
fantastic.
like what's
So
his name? Michael Caine in that is excellent.
So I watched
It's so good.
so just to be correct, I'm gonna say this because I know we put it down there. I liked the Jim Carrey, but I watched the Dr. Zeus.
I was gonna say I kind of like that.
more than the Jim.
Yeah.
The most recent one?
Yeah,
like
no,
with,
No, he
talking
like the
about
older one.
I'm talking about the older.
Oh, the original.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Like the one that was on with the Charlie Brown kind of deal. Yeah. That's pretty good. I like actually. I gets a double knuckle there because I actually like that better.
Like that was
for
that
culture.
was way better than
For the
just
culture.
Well,
the
definitely comment for any movies we forgot, and make sure you get on Spotify to vote for who wins this.
All right.
yeah.
Is that going to do it for
Gremlins
today?
That's it.
Thanks for watching,
Merry-
guys.
Merry
Merry
Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
and
Happy holidays.
happy holidays. Yep.
Happy Hanukkah.
We are brought to you by Bet365. At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe every sport should be epic. That's why we offer an in-game experience which covers 78 sports and 780,000 live streams to 90 million customers worldwide. Our online betting brand is powered by a world-class proprietary product and over 7,000 employees across the globe. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Commanders. Must be 21 plus and physically located in Virginia. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.